What's going on, guys? Back with another video, and today we're doing the analysis of the Houston Rockets, which was suggested by Forgotten Akon, also known as my friend. Yeah. So we're getting into the video. So let's look at the Houston Rockets. Their roster: they have John Wall, Christian Wood, Jason Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., Eric Gordon, Daniel House, Kelly Olynyk, Sterling Brown, Dante Exum, David Nwaba, Avery Bradley, Joseph Patton, DJ Augustine, DJ Wilson, Armoni Brooks, Anthony Lamb, Daquan Jeffries. So their roster is, it's pretty decent actually, but they do need some more key plays. And then let's look at their standings. So they're obviously not in the Eastern Conference, even though we're going to look at them. And the Detroit Pistons are the worst team there. They're the 15 and 36. And then over here, they're the 14th seed and 13-37. So they are the second worst team in the league. They've lost 5 in a row. Now I'm going to go over to what I have my notes on. So here's the analysis of the Houston Rockets. They're pros. They have some good key assets like John Wall, Christian Wood, Kenyon Martin Jr., Kevin Porter Jr., Jason Tate, even though Kevin Porter Jr. wasn't on, I know he's on the roster. And then they also have some young players that can develop their potential to get really good, like Kenyon Martin Jr., Jason Tate, Dante Exum. Like, they don't have that much young players, but you get the point where they have some players that can develop to get better. And then let's see, they could have the most improved player in Christian Wood. So yeah, that's pretty good. They had John Wall, who can help the younger players out. The younger player that they do have, they can facilitate them, make them better to play on the team. And then they also have Kevin Porter Jr., who seems to be playing pretty good on this team. And he's been putting on 20 points. If he keeps this up, that'd be really good for the Houston Rockets because they lost James Harden, and that took off 30 points off their team. And they need someone to fill in that gap so they can keep winning games. And a pro is that they will probably get a high draft pick, considering that they're not very high in the standings. And then on paper, it seems to be a pretty decent or good team. And moving on to the cons of the team, they probably are not going to make the playoffs this year. They lost 20 games in a row this year at a point, and the team just doesn't seem to click. I feel like they would have been better. This roster, I feel like it would have been better than. I feel like it would have been better than. Let's see. I feel like it would have been better than 13 and 37, but it is what they are. And then they can't seem to close out games as well. Looking at their games over here, they lost by 3, they lost by 7, they lost by 16, they lost by 12, they lost by 10, they lost by 6, they won that one. That one was a good win, and they lost that one by a lot. They have to get better at closing out games. This one, they gotta close that game out against Thunder because that's a team that they probably could beat. They gotta beat the teams that they can beat. And then let's see, they probably need to get some more depth on their team. I mean, the Jazz definitely have more depth than the Houston Rockets, but I do like Kelly Olynyk. He probably is going to be a good pickup. But I feel like they need more. They need more. They need a player who likes Houston and that will stay there. John Wall, I feel like he's a good player. I don't know if he's actually going to stay there. Houston, they're in a tough situation right now. But yeah, and someone needs to step up and probably average 30 points a game and 10 assists a game. John Wall and Christian Wood, they're only averaging 20 points a game each, and they need to do better. And they are the second worst team in the league record-wise. And they lost Ben McLemore. I feel like he was a good key asset and he put up some good points, but if they can replace him, that'd be really good. And also, probably the biggest con there is they cannot stay healthy. John Wall got injured. And so had the Christian Wood. They have to stay healthy. But all this team, they're all right. They're not really doing that good this year. I think they are doing worse than I thought they would this year. They're the 14th seed. I thought they'd probably be the 11th seed or a 10th, maybe even in the playoffs. But of course, they did trade James Harden. They did blow up their whole team. They did. But yeah, that's going to be the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, if you guys want more teams, it doesn't have to be your favorite team. You can comment more. And thank you for God and Akon for giving me the Houston Rockets, which is I think is your favorite team. So yeah, bye.